Quilting has started to feel like a to-do list, a pressure cooker, or a competition. You are not alone. But what if you didn't have to earn your joy in quilting? What if creating could feel good again, starting right now? Hey there, quilty friend. Welcome back to Loose Threads and Stitches. I am Christen from Icy Stars Quilting. We have talked about overwhelm. We've talked about perfectionism. We talked about comparison. We've talked about decision fear and unfinished quilt guilt. And now it is time to reclaim your joy. Not when you finish the quilt, not when you organize your stash, not when you finally have a gorgeous quilt cabin of your own or whatever your dream is, quilt mansion of your own, right? Not when you own your own fabric store. Your time to reclaim your joy in quilting starts right now. Creativity tends to stop feeling good when it gets loaded down with expectations, in my experience. When it becomes about productivity instead of play. When we use it to prove something instead of to feel something. You know, I once told myself that I wasn't allowed to start anything new until I finished all of my work in progresses. I am a very good, stick to the rules kind of person, right? Like I like to set boundaries. I like to set goals. And I tell you what, that rule that I set sucked all the joy out of my sewing room. It became a chore, a punishment, a project jail, if you will. I was not inspired, even though I was trying to be disciplined as a creative and set some boundaries for myself so that I could actually finish those projects instead of, flitting around and starting a new project whenever that one got a little bit boring, right? And another one looked a little bit more shiny and pretty over there. And so I would go straight to that one. And yeah, here's another thing. As an artist, I really like to break rules too. So two sides of the same coin, right? But the big truth is you don't have to earn your joy. You don't have to finish all of your UFOs. You don't have to pick the right fabric. You don't need a goal or a reason. There is nobody out here keeping score on what you do with your own free time, with the hobby that you choose to love. Creating is inherently valuable because it's you expressing yourself. That's enough. And that's all there is to it. So if you're looking for some ways to how you can reignite your creative spark, try one of these tips that I have here, okay? The just 10 minutes rule. We talked about it a little bit earlier in one of the other episodes in this series, but I want you to set a timer. I want you to sew one seam and see what happens. I want you to make something completely ridiculous. A pot holder with some applique googly eyes, a patchwork frog, do some fussy cutting on some really goofy novelty fabric. Zero expectations at all. Just fun, making decisions in the moment, okay? You can use the good fabric. Yeah, the one that you've been saving just for fun, no deadline, okay? I want you to create a ritual. You can have some tea or like a Coke Zero. Love my Coke Zero. Music going. You can light a candle. You can get your favorite thread out, your favorite color. You can piece with like hot pink thread. Nobody says you can't. I know most people will go for that just regular white piecing thread, but nobody says that you can't do pink. At least nobody stopped me. So your only goal in this is to feel something good. I made this tiny improv mini quilt once. There was no pattern to it. There was no plan. There was no purpose. I just adored this fabric and I didn't know what to do with it, right? So I just, off of instinct, I just made it. And it took about an hour and, it healed something in me that allowed me to use this fabric that I had held on to for so long. Nobody clapped. There was no standing ovation. I don't even think I posted it online anywhere, but I ended up using it as like a hot pad in the kitchen because it's very simple. And, it reminds me every time that I look at it that this is what I love to do. I love to make beautiful things in this world. And if they're useful, amazing. If they're not, that's okay too. So in the Stitch Sister Inner Circle, we're not chasing perfection. We're chasing presence in the quilting world. We stitch because we love it. We show up messy and real, and we cheer each other on in the quilting world, right? If you need that kind of reset in your life, check out the link down below and see if it is a good place for you. It is my private quilting membership group, and we just have a really great time. Your creativity is meant to nourish you, not to drain you. So take the pressure off. Let it be weird. Let it be joyful. Don't let yourself get bogged down by all of the quilting police and the rules that you think exist in the world. Let it be yours again. So the takeaway truth from today is you were made to make things, and it gets to feel good. Yeah, it gets to feel good. Thank you so much for walking through this whole series with me. If it helped you, send it to a friend who needs to hear it. And if you missed any of the episodes from previous weeks, they are all up on my YouTube channel or wherever you found this podcast. You can go back and listen to those episodes whenever you need to feel a little bit of inspiration, or you ever need somebody to just tell you that it's going to be okay. All right. So until next time, I want you to take a deep breath, go pet your fabric, and sew something beautiful, fun, ugly, whatever you want to sew. Okay. I will see you next time. I'm Christen with icystarsquilting.com. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.